everyone, it's Shammies, and today I wanted to try something a little different and kind of update you all on what I've been thinking and how I've been feeling this past week. Two things this past week have kind of happened that have made me really question how I want to show up online and like how vulnerable I want to be and what kind of content I want to do. It's really interesting when you think about how we all curate this identity of ourselves, whether it be in person or online. Especially you can curate because it's not live. And so I've been really thinking about how in most of my content I present as really happy and having a good time or laughing at myself, which I do a lot. But it's kind of like I don't know if that's the only type of content I want to make. So today I thought I would kind of do something a little different and just share with you the two things that kind of made me start questioning what kind of content do I really want to make. So the first thing that kind of happened is I've had a couple people kind of say to me like, oh, you seem like life is so good, your life is so happy all the time, how are you so happy all the time? Even when maybe someone close knows that like sad stuff has happened, they assume that I'm fine because I post videos where, I look fine and I appear happy and great. But the thing is, it's weird because deep down, it's like we all know that these are like curated videos, and yeah, people seem happy in them, but we know they have other things. But it's still hard to tell because from the videos, it looks like they're happy, everything's great. So I think just having people say that has kind of made me question like, how do I appear to everybody else? I know like content's weird because it's like a balance of like how you want to appear yourself, but also like you are putting an image to others. So like how does that affect other people's vision of you? And so after hearing that, I've just really been thinking about like, do I want to only make content like that? And but kind of realizing that I don't think that is like the only type of content I want to do. Like it kind of made me think about like, well, let's go back to like, why did I start this content? What are the goals of my content? And so like the first goal, of course, is to entertain, make people laugh, make them smile, talk about stupid shit on TikTok and stuff, whatever, and just do funny stuff like spicy ramen challenge. And so that stuff is really fun, and that's like one of the first goals. But I also have this other goal, which I think is the one that kind of drives me a lot more than the funny one, is like giving advice, making people feel like they're less alone, making them feel like they have a friend here who can support and has been through it and can hopefully give some interesting advice. So that's kind of the other part of my channel that is really important to me. So I want to make sure that I'm coming across as like human. I mean, not that it's not human, like I don't think it's not human if someone doesn't show like sad parts. Like totally, some people like it's totally fine to be in private, some people do not want to share that, which is totally valid. It's like something you have to figure out on your own as like a content creator, like what do you want to show? And so kind of going through as I was thinking about that, I'm like, I think I really want to show even moments when maybe I'm not the happiest or life is not the greatest, because like one, it kind of shows like, hey, like life's not always great, it's not always as good as it seems in the highlight reels, and sometimes honestly it's nice, at least for me, when I see people who post up like, today was a shitty day. It's like, oh god, I'm not the only one who has those. So I think I wanna like, not that I'm gonna post every time I'm crying and sad, but just like making videos more like this that are like, hey, like honestly, these are some things I'm thinking about and it's been a rough week, but like that's okay. As I feel like when you're in your down moments, that's when you really like challenge yourself and you learn and you grow. And even though it really hurts, it's like you're gonna make it through, and you're gonna come out being able to give other people the advice that maybe you had to learn yourself. So that was kind of like the first thing that has just made me even thinking about how I want to present myself. Kind of the other thing that I've been thinking about, the other thing that happened is, as I kind of mentioned, it's like I have been like pretty down like this past week. But it was weird because usually when I've been down in the past, like I didn't have any content scheduled, so I would just take a break. So I was like, oh, I'm too sad to make any content right now, so I'll just take a break. But this time when I was down, I actually had content scheduled and ready to go. So I was posting like these TikToks and stuff and like making vlogs and such, like while I was like feeling really distraught. And it was weird because I was having like some big like cognitive dissonance. Like I was like, okay, this is like, I know that like on the one hand, content's like a job if you treat it like, you know, if you're really like, I'm trying to be really about it, so I'm like, hey, it's like a job, I have to post it. Like, even when I'm sad, I still go to work, like, I still gotta post this content and appear like, well, you don't have to appear okay like at work, but, you know, you gotta muster up some like self and just go to work. And so it's like, okay, on one hand, yeah, I'm posting regular content because, you know, the algorithm likes consistency and I like consistency. Like, my goals are to post regularly, so I'm posting it. But it's like, all these are made when I was really happy and excited, and it feels weird, like I said earlier, when I post these things. So like, people, I just feel weird because it's like, I know people probably think from the outside like, wow, she is so fine right now, oh, she doesn't like care about anything, she's happy. But it's like, but I'm not though. Like, I scheduled this in advance, and yeah, the post looks like I'm fun and making fun TikToks and like, it's great. But like, it's like, people don't really know like how it's going right now, which is kind of just, I mean, how content always is. But, you know, usually when I'm like at a normal state of being homeostasis, like, it's fine to post content. But in this case, it's like when I'm feeling really like shitty, it's like, oh, I'm posting this content which doesn't match at all with like what I'm feeling right now. And so I was just stopping and thinking about that for a while, because like, I don't know how I feel about that yet. So like, originally I was editing, I was in the middle of editing my New York City vlog, and so it's like almost done. I was gonna post that like the Sunday or today, but then I was like, feels very inauthentic and weird to like post this vlog, especially of a trip where like part of the trip didn't go exactly as planned. So like, it's weird because everyone's gonna see the vlog and be like, oh my gosh, like, wow, look at all these fun, happy moments, it looks hilarious, I'm such a good time. But it's like that doesn't seem like, I mean, I did have fun, but it's like, it doesn't seem like it's just weird because it's not an accurate representation, if that makes sense. So like, I don't know, it's just kind of confusing, and I feel like I'm feeling weird thoughts about this. And yeah, this past week just really made me question, like, you know, what I want to show on my channel, like, how much do I want to show? Like, obviously, like, I don't, like, you know, usually my first thought when I'm bawling my eyes out at like 2 a.m. is not, let me get on my camera and vlog myself like slowly dying inside. No, not usually. But I think, like, I mean, yeah, I don't think I want to go that deep. I mean, maybe, who knows, maybe one day you'll see me cry on vlog, maybe, probably. But I do want to show things that maybe aren't so happy or aren't so great. And I do want to talk about topics and things that aren't as happy, like, that aren't as like fun to talk about. Like, I want to talk about things that people go through in life, just being like a person, because being a human is really hard sometimes. It's just like, ugh, we're so annoying. I also love people, but also hate them. But I'm also like, the people are cool though, because there's a lot of good things about people. Like, most of us are trying to do our best and trying to make the world better and spread love and light, I think. So it's like, most people, I do believe, are like trying, though many are gravely misguided. Oh yeah, I did want to mention this one thing I think is interesting as content creators, because you are your brand. And so it's interesting because, yeah, I mean, a lot of people have put up a persona online, and so that's kind of who they are. And then obviously they're themselves separate from that. And it's weird because, like, for me, it's like, it's kind of weird because I'm still trying to figure out the lines of like, where's the separation of my brand and me. Like, yeah, a lot of the brand is me, but also, you know, of course, there's a way I know I'm presenting myself online. So it's like, there's going to be a difference, of course, to me now. But kind of with like opening up like this, it's like showing another part of me to the interwebs. So it's kind of interesting, kind of weird. Like, it's like a little scary. It's like, oh, I mean, I know it's like probably like not too many people will view this, so, you know, but it's like, it's out there, so anyone could view it. So it's interesting. So I did enjoy making this video. I think it's definitely a nice kind of change of the content that I usually do, but I still really enjoy the other content, so I'll keep doing that. But I just want to try adding more of like these talks in where it's like, hey, let's just like sit down and talk about like what I've been feeling and what's been going on in the world of jammies. So, you know, just to let y'all know about how things are really going. Anyways, these are just my thoughts on like authenticity and making content for myself. It's like something that everyone's kind of got to figure out for themselves. I think, yeah, I just did think this week that it was just really weird, like making all this happy content, and like, I don't know, I was like, I want to make always happy content. Like, sometimes life is not happy. Sometimes a lot of times it's real messy and it hurts. And so I feel like it's good to share and let people know, sometimes it's like that. You just gotta push through. So that's what I'm doing. That's what we're all gonna do. One of my favorite quotes that Jenna said is like, we all want the freedom to be authentically ourselves, like without fear of like judgment. And so that's like what I'm trying to do on all my platforms, like obviously you'll have different versions of yourself, a little bit slightly different for where you are, but it's like, that's what I hope one day everyone can have, like, because it feels really good when like you don't have that cognitive dissonance, and like who you are and what you say, what you believe is like matching up on where you're showing up and how you're presenting. So all in all, those are just kind of like the things I've been thinking about recently. And so I think like just stay tuned for the future. There will probably be more talks like this where I just kind of sit down and just kind of talk about my feelings and what's happening and what's going on. I think like I saw Kaiti do a video on this, I'll link below, where like she kind of said it just help her be like cathartic and stuff. I think for me too, I've noticed that like in the past, I didn't include them in the vlogs, but sometimes when you vlog your life, you're journaling your life, and so I would journal, video vlog, and talk about my life, and it actually really helped a lot. It's like I do journal like a lot, like in notepads, but something about like saying it out loud is like I am cementing what I said, like, yes, this is how I feel. So yeah, I really hope that this helped you all kind of move a little closer to thinking about how you want to authentically be yourself. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.